Listen, you're not just dating her. You're dating her past. You're dating her priorities. You're stepping into a world that existed long before you showed up. A world that revolves around little hands, bedtime stories, unexpected fevers, and late-night math homework. And if you don't understand that up front, if you don't respect that sacred space she's built for her children, you'll mess it up before it even begins. That's why this video is important. Because dating a woman with kids is not just a relationship. It's a responsibility. It's a partnership. It's a chance to be something rare. And most men, they have no clue how to navigate that. But not you. Not after this. So if you want to grow, feel stronger, and love smarter, hit that subscribe button right now, turn on the bell icon, and join this emotionally intelligent family where your heart is always safe. In this video, we are breaking down 6 essential things you must understand before dating a woman with kids. From the words you should never say to the actions that will win her heart without ever crossing her boundaries. Ready? Let's go deep. Her kids come first. Always. You need to let this sink in right now. Her children are the center of her world, and they always will be. It doesn't matter how funny you are, how thoughtful your dates are, or how deep your connection feels. If you try to compete with her kids for her attention, you're going to lose. Fast. You're not up against another man, you're up against her protective instincts, her mom mode, her love that's unconditional and non-negotiable. And honestly, that's beautiful. So, don't sulk when she cancels dinner because her child has a fever. Don't take it personally when she's too exhausted to talk after putting a toddler to bed and fighting off another school crisis. That's not her avoiding you. That's her being a present mother, and that's the kind of woman you're lucky to have in your life. You impress her not by demanding more of her, but by understanding her world. You win her heart not by pulling her away from her kids, but by standing with her while she cares for them. Be the man who says, "I understand. Take care of your little one. I'm here when you need me." That's the kind of man she remembers. That's the kind of man she falls for. When you prove that you want her, even when it's hard, even when it's inconvenient, even when it's not romantic, she starts seeing you not just as a boyfriend, but as something far more serious. A man who could be a real part of her life, a real part of her family. Be consistent, not clingy. Her life is already a whirlwind. Between school pickups, forgotten lunchboxes, scraped knees, bedtime tantrums, and managing a whole world as one person. What she doesn't need is more unpredictability from the man she's dating. Don't add chaos to her already full plate. If you say you're going to call at 9, then call at 9, not 11:30 when she's half asleep and drained. If you make a plan, keep it. Because she's not just penciling you in. She's rearranging child care, juggling commitments, and trusting you'll show up. And if you don't, it hurts more than you realize. Now listen, consistency is not about flooding her with messages every 5 minutes or needing her constant attention. That's not consistency. That's insecurity dressed up as affection. What she truly needs is a man who follows through, who keeps his word, who respects her time. She needs a man with a life of his own, goals of his own, but who makes space for her intentionally and sticks to that space. And here's the truth. For a single mom, emotional reliability is the biggest turn-on. It's rare. It's powerful. When she sees you as steady, dependable, respectful, that's when she starts choosing you. Not out of pressure, not out of loneliness, but because your presence brings peace, not stress. And in her world, that peace is priceless. Don't try to be the dad. Not yet. This is where a lot of good guys mess up. They meet a woman with kids and think, okay, I need to prove I'm stepdad material. And they jump in too fast, too forceful, too soon. But here's the thing, those kids already have a father. Present, absent, or somewhere in between. That's still a truth you need to respect. Your job isn't to step in as a dad. Your job is to be a solid man to her first. Build the trust. Build the bond. Earn the invitation to be part of her children's lives. Don't assume it. Let her decide when you're ready to meet them. And when that day comes, don't go in trying to parent or discipline or take charge. Just be kind. Be calm. Be someone they can feel safe around. Let them warm up to you. Let them see how you treat their mom. Because kids notice everything. They notice when you make her smile, when you make her laugh, when she feels safer, lighter, better around you. And that's what slowly builds trust. Not fake gifts, not trying too hard, not lectures or rules, just quiet respect, emotional maturity, real support. If you earn their trust by respecting their mom, you don't just become accepted. You become valued. And that's when you start forming something real, something that lasts. Before we continue, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about this topic so far? Drop a comment below. And if you're finding this helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might find it insightful. Flexibility is your superpower. Let me be real with you. Her schedule, it's not going to run like clockwork. Her life is a constant series of surprises, forgotten homework, school emails at midnight, last-minute dentist appointments, and meltdowns in the cereal aisle. So, if you're someone who gets frustrated every time a plan changes, or you start sulking when the vibe doesn't go as planned, you're not going to last long. Because she's not flaky, she's a mother. She's not being inconsistent. She's showing up for the most important people in her life. And the man who gets that, the man who adapts with grace, who doesn't take everything personally, who can pivot with empathy instead of attitude, that man stands out. That man is rare. That man is unforgettable. If you plan a romantic evening and she cancels because her child got sick, your reaction tells her everything she needs to know about your character. Will you pout? Or will you say, "No worries, need me to bring you soup or anything for the little one?" That's the moment where trust is built. That's when she sees you not just as a date, but as a real presence in her life. Flexibility doesn't mean losing your backbone. It means staying strong when plans shift. That calm energy, that's sexy, that's reliable. That's the kind of man she'll want around when life throws curveballs. And believe me, it will. She's not damaged. She's experienced. Too many men look at single mothers and see baggage. That word alone, it's ignorant. It's disrespectful. Because what she really carries is wisdom, not weight. She's been through life, real life, heartbreak, sacrifice, sleepless nights starting over. And she's still here. Still standing, still choosing to love. She's not used up. She's seasoned. She's not hard to love. She's just done settling for half love. Her standards are high because they have to be. She's raising little eyes, watching her every move. She doesn't have time for ego, games, or promises that sound sweet but never show up. And if that scares you, then you're not ready for her. But if you respect her story, if you admire her strength, her softness, her survival, if you meet her with real presence and mature love, she'll show you a kind of connection that's rare in this world, the kind that's built on truth, not fantasy, the kind that's built on showing up, not showing off. the kind that transforms both of you. So stop thinking you're doing her a favor by dating her. You're lucky to even be considered. And if you're real with her, if you step up and not just in, she'll show you a depth of love, of loyalty, of fire that only a woman like her can give. Love her softly, but stand like a rock. She may seem strong, unbreakably strong. She may carry the world on her shoulders like it weighs nothing. She may smile when she's tired, laugh when she wants to cry, and handle storms without blinking. But don't let that fool you. She still needs love. She still needs someone who sees past the strength and reaches for her softness. A woman with kids is often in protective mode, not just for her children, but for herself. She's built walls. She's been let down. She's had to hold things together when everything was falling apart. So she might test you. She might pull back when things get too real. She might pretend she's okay just to avoid disappointment. But underneath that armor is a woman craving to be held without judgment. A woman longing for safety, intimacy, comfort, just like anyone else. So don't just admire her strength. Make space for her vulnerability. Show her that she doesn't always have to be the one holding it all together. Be the man who says, "You don't have to be strong all the time. I've got you." That sentence, that energy, that melts the walls. That earns the trust she doesn't give easily. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to fix everything. But you do have to be emotionally present. Calm, loyal, steady. Be the rock she can lean on after long days. Be the peace in her chaos. Be the reason she believes that maybe, just maybe, love can be safe again. Because when a woman with kids lets you into her heart, she's not just letting you into a romance. She's letting you into her entire world. And if you love her right, with patience, respect, and honesty, you won't just win her heart. You'll become the man she never saw coming, but always needed. Dating a woman with kids, it's not for the faint-hearted. It's for men with emotional maturity, strong hearts, and open minds. It's for men who are ready to love not just her, but everything that comes with her. And if you can be that man, patient, consistent, grounded, you won't just find love. You'll find partnership. You'll find purpose. You'll find a woman who can change your world because she's already mastered hers. So if you're that man, show up with love. Show up with patience. Show up with strength, not ego. And the way she opens her heart to you will be like nothing you've ever known before. Please leave a comment below. We'd love to hear your story. Hit that like button to support this beautiful community of truth and healing. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.